welcome back. Saints go down to Cardinals 20-13. Um, Not really
Hmm.
upset. Kind of expected this. Um, Spencer Rattler, he was okay. I mean, kind of what I was expecting. Just okay, nothing special. Um, Alvin Kamara was Alvin Kamara. I thought the defense um, had to get their footing. They didn't play so well in the first half, but in the second half, they really picked it up and started to shut down the Cardinals. But at that point, the Cardinals already had like a 10-point lead. So it was a two-score lead, and our offense wasn't really gaining any ground. But I thought the defense played well in the second half. But look, I'm not going with this, you know, this moral victory that I'm hearing from a lot of people out there. This is not a moral victory. You know what I mean? Everybody,
There are people calling that a moral victory.
well, not necessarily, but they're talking about, oh, I feel better going into the season. This is definitely not the worst team in the league, and all of this type of stuff. Um, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things you can look into the game and say, oh, okay, I can see some promise in that, but to think that this is not a five-win team, I think it's crazy. Um, you know,
Yeah, that's because the Cardinals didn't even really play that good. They
they
didn't
did
really,
not.
they didn't really play that good. They didn't look dominant or nothing.
Well, they did in the first half. They looked dominant.
The
And to
Cardinals?
the Cardinals,
I
the
mean, I
Card
saw like a touchdown, but after that, I ain't see much of nothing.
they
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 scored
they,
like in the second quarter. They scored a touchdown in the second quarter. After that, I ain't. Oh, they
they
scored
scored
two touchdowns.
two touchdowns in the second quarter.
Yeah, two
It's,
touchdowns.
it's but they had a 10-point lead.
Yeah.
They going into halftime it was 17-10, and then they scored they kicked the field goal, making it 20-10, and they kind of maintained that throughout the game until the Saints scored again in the fourth quarter with a field goal.
Yeah, so
So
they didn't score. They only scored one more field goal after them two touchdowns in the second quarter.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I mean, they kind of shut it down. Either our defense got better in the second half, or the Cardinals was throttling it down. But I think the Cardinals were getting shut down. It just didn't seem like. I mean, it's the Cardinals. And Kyler Murray can only take them so far. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
And so it was the Cardinals that we struggled with. There was never a point in this game where I felt like the Saints were in control. I
No.
felt Yeah, the
No.
Cardinals were in control the entire game. So that's the
Yeah.
frustrating thing about it. I know it's a young team, but I just want to get past this nonsense that, because this is what I heard last season. Spencer didn't really have a chance because Alvin wasn't there, because Chris Olave wasn't there.
Mhm.
All these other people weren't there, which they were there. They were
Right.
there. And he still it didn't perform well. And now everybody's there, and you lose to the Cardinals. So let's get over those excuses. This is a team that's getting ready for Arch.
I
Period.
mean, you was the home underdog for a reason, though, man. Yeah,
Yes.
they gotta know that. They gotta
Yes.
know that. You know, he's
Yeah.
a home underdog for a reason. It was a small chance y'all probably was gonna win that game because you just didn't have. It just didn't. There was nothing like talent wise on your team that made it seem like y'all really. I don't
Right.
say that y'all had no chance, but it just was. It was heavily slanted in the Cardinals' favor.
It was. And it showed in the game. It showed in the game. Although the Saints had won, they had a chance at the end to tie the game. And that's
Hmm.
what people are talking about. They drove down the field. The defense, they're playing prevent, they're laying off, so you get these chunk yards, you get down the field, then there was an opportunity. Jawan Johnson had a chance to catch the ball in the end zone. He actually had it. And a lot of people are blaming him, saying that he dropped the ball, he's butterfingers and stuff like that. No, that's not what happened. He caught that ball, and Buda Baker came in and knocked it out of his hands. It
Hmm.
was just a great defensive play. So you can't blame the receiver on that. It
Right.
would have been, it was a great pass by Spencer Rattler. It was a great effort by Jawan Johnson to get up there and catch the ball. We threw it to our 6'6" tight end, right?
Hmm.
Who's got great speed, who was once a wide receiver, who's now playing tight end. So I love the play call. I love the throw. I love the effort by Jawan Johnson, but hey, it was just a better defensive play by Buda Baker on that play to knock it out. And it was
Yeah,
pretty much game after that. But that was a play to tie the game, not to win the game.
right.
So, but all in all, the Cardinals covered. I think they were 6-point road dogs on this.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
they
So,
barely covered that. Barely covered it, but they covered it.
yeah.
Um, yeah, it was just it was Spencer Rattler did show like little signs, you know what I'm saying? It was like little small things, but it wasn't like he wasn't absolutely terrible, but he wasn't inspiring.
No.
Like, he just you just watch it, it's just like you wasn't like, oh yeah, wait a minute, he might could do something. It was like, oh, okay, he don't suck as bad as I thought he did.
Right. That
He sucked a little less than I thought he was gonna suck.
right,
You know,
right.
he
That's
just
that's
didn't
kind of how you
inspire.
feel about him. And don't get me wrong. I mean, he's an NFL quarterback. He's an elite athlete, but he's not special. He's not
Yeah,
special. He's not a Josh Allen. He's
mhm.
not a Lamar Jackson. He's not a Patrick Mahomes. He's nowhere on those level of those players. Hell, I'm not even sure if he's Daniel Jones. You
Yeah,
know,
really shit. Not the way he played this weekend, shit.
right?
Danny turned back to Danny Dimes. Like
Danny
shit.
dimes.
He dropping dimes all over the place.
Right. Indiana Jones, baby. So,
Indiana Jones.
so yeah, no, I mean, and that's what I've been saying. He's a fifth round draft pick for a reason. There was a reason Caleb Williams, took over for him when he was at Oklahoma. It's showing. I mean, he threw 46 passes for 214 yards.
Yeah, a lot of dump offs. Thinking
Yep.
dunk. You
Yep.
throw that many passes, you barely get 200 yards. You was thinking of dunking a lot.
Yeah. And he probably got 70 to 80 of yards, probably 70 to 60 of yards on the last drive of the game. But I want to be clear too. There was a lot of throwaways. There were a lot of spikes towards the end. So the incompletions, he probably was a little bit more efficient than his numbers say. He was 27 to 46. I would say probably like 5 to 6 of those incomplete passes were spikes or
Right.
throwaways. So
Hmm.
got to give the kid credit on that. Other than that, I mean, he's an NFL quarterback. We can say that. Not saying much.
Yeah, yeah. You can at least put him as an NFL quarterback for now.
Yes, for now. Yes. But Arch, even though he had a bad game, we're waiting on you, baby.
Hey, well, look, it didn't take Eli ain't have a great career at Ole Miss. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, not
He,
really.
he was so ordinary. I couldn't believe he was still number one pick. I still cannot believe that. But that
The
man and name,
man in him. Yeah.
Ar's still gonna be like a top two pick. He is. He just is. You can see the hype forming already. But he do need to step it up just a little something though. He can't be looking terrible sometimes with those throws. I thought he was a lot more accurate than that.
Well, I think maybe it was you that sent it to me, or was some social media clip that
Yeah.
showed that he grimaced after a pass,
Yep.
a
Yep. I
pass
was
that went
watching
into
it
the
during the
dirt,
game. That's
and I
what
was
I said. I said, "Damn, is his arm hurt?" And Dame was like, "Yeah, which way is?" I was like, when he threw that last pass, he made a face like he was
yes,
hurt, like something was hurt, like maybe it's his shoulder or something. But yeah, he threw a pass like, and then the pass went right to do knees, like
yeah, it went straight to the dirt.
it was straight to the dirt. I was like, damn, I think something might be wrong with his shoulder.
Yeah, I didn't see that grimace until you sent me that link, and I was just like, okay, he might
Yeah,
be hurt. So I'm back on the
yeah,
Arch train. I'm back
yeah.
on it. I'm not mad at this loss because
Right.
it puts us in line for Arch.
Yep. Yep.
Keep up the good work, Spencer.
Yeah. Mm,
Yeah.
arches
So
and cards.
yeah. Let's talk about spitting. Uh,
Yeah.
you want to give an explanation as to what happened? Because I see both sides of the story, and I'm blaming Dak.
Nah, I don't blame Dak at all. Dak spit. See, that's not the first time but Dak done spit. Dak spit all the time, and I always thought that was stupid. I'm like, why does he spit so much? I see him, he just he be just spitting, right? And so when he went, and this time he was doing his regular spit, but it was two people in front of him. So he want to try and spit at their back. So he went in front. He kind of get up close to him like that, and then he spit. And so then I guess Whichcar thought he was spitting at him.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, come on, somebody spit. They spitting at you. You can tell they spitting at you. You know what I'm saying? He spit that straight on the ground. It was right in front of his damn lineman. And then dude walked all the way over there. And then Dak came out from behind the guys, like, yeah, yeah, what's up? And then dude just spits right on him. Like, now that's spitting at him.
That was
That's
deserving.
spitting at him.
I felt like Dak was spitting in his direction, kind of like disrespectfully.
I
Uh,
mean, but it ain't on you though.
that's
You
okay. You
you
spit
can't make
at
a
me.
nah, that's
That,
not the
that's
same.
like somebody pointing their finger at you.
Nah, but he didn't say nothing. But yeah, because the dude he Carter was talking to the rookie lineman, talking to our rookie. He was trying to intimidate him,
Yeah.
right? And like I said, Dak spits all the time. It's not like that's something new. If you go look at his film, you see him spitting. He spits. But just because he's spitting your direction, like you own that direction, man, F you. You know what I'm saying? You don't own that direction. And then you walked over there to spit on him. You walked
Mm,
over to Dak. Dak ain't, if Dak want to spit on you, he could have spit on you right there.
mm.
He could have, when he
Well,
came from behind the lineman, he could have spit at him right there, but he didn't because Dak would never do that.
all right. All right.
Yeah, but
Well,
he just being oversensitive and oh he spit at me. Like what is spitting at me? What does that even mean?
anyway, y'all lost. The Eagles
Yeah,
beat you 24-20.
yeah, we lost, but we competed. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it wasn't gonna be no domination like people thought it was gonna be. And we should have beat that game. Should have won that damn game anyway. You know what I'm saying? CD just got her damn back to the yucks or the yups and was
He,
dropping easy passes.
yes, he was. He
And
cost you the game.
that was a cost of the game. I can't say that he didn't. That's definitely costing the game. Well, that and that fumble in the red
Oh,
zone. Miles Sanders got
well, first of all, why was he running so slow when he was in the open field? He got ran down by a linebacker. What was that about?
he's had a 5 yard advantage on the dude.
10.
I think it was the fan dude. He had the fan dude buzz in his pocket, and somebody had the under because somewhere down around the 20, he just starts running like this. Like I don't know if he lost his rhythm. His hands started swinging weird. Just start swinging weird. And I was like, what are you doing? Did you fall? Are you about to fall? Like, what are you doing? What did you trip over? And dude caught him from behind. Then 2 plays later, he go fumbling, which he's already known to do. He was known to
He
do in
is,
college.
yes, he was known for that in Philadelphia and in Carolina. But
Yeah,
it's
man.
so funny when he got ran down, Ellis tried to knock the ball out twice and he
Hmm.
missed. And
Yep.
it's like you still can't get away from him.
Yep.
So yeah, something was wrong with that dude.
Yeah, he just don't have it no more. But that's where I wanted somebody like Jadon Blue in there because if he got there, he taking that to the house. No question. He's taking that to
I'm
the house.
sure. But would he have gotten in that place? Because Miles Sanders is known for getting those big runs like that. I've seen him do it in Philadelphia. I've seen him do it in Carolina. He's good at reading his blocks and getting in an open field, but he has a
That's,
fumbling problem.
well, when I see Jadon Blue's highlight tapes, same type of thing he does. He kind of reads and sees a little slit, and he's small enough that he can kind of slip through those little cracks like that, just
Mm,
like he did. But once he gets out there, you're not catching him from behind.
right, right.
Yeah, not catching him from behind. But that just pissed me off. So it's like, it's the key to the game. And we had that game so many different ways and times. We just didn't capitalize. And then, like I said, CD took full responsibility for it. He said it's on him. He said it's his fault that we lost the game. He took full responsibility for it. And I gotta say, I love him for it, for doing that. I don't know if that's different coaching or what, but I have never seen him do that before. That ain't the only time I would never say that's not the only time he dropped, but he don't drop that ball that often. He only had 7 drop passes last year.
Mm,
He had 4 this game, and people not trying to count that last one. When he dove for the catch. Well, first of all, I don't think he had to dive. I think he just kept running through it. It just stuck his hands out. The ball would have hit
mm-hmm,
him in the hands. He didn't
mm-hmm.
have to dive. And then number two, it hit both of your hands. If you when you getting $33 million a year, that's the catch you got to make. That's what you're getting 33 million for.
And
It's
you're
not
doing
it's not the regular catches you just let it slide through your hands
it's the
anyway.
difficult ones.
It's the difficult ones. You got to do something that people don't normally do.
Yeah.
And that was it. See that would have been a George Pickens catch. That ball should have went to George Pickens. Because Pickens makes that kind of catch. That's why you brought him in.
Well, I mean, when you're doing Old Spice commercials and making 33 million, you got to make those type of catches, man. Especially in the
You have
clutch
to.
when your team really needs it.
You have to. And then the one, oh my God, Dak, man, Dak, first of all, Dak played this off. I don't really, I clown him a lot, and I say so bad, but I gotta give him props when he played good. He played this off. He threw a dot to him in crunch time when we need in the fourth quarter, and he just dropped. It came right here, and then I think was I watching the game with somebody, and I think somebody said, "Oh no, I think he knocked it out." I said, nah, I think that hit his hands, yo. I think that hit his chest and hit his hand and bounced out. And they showed that slow that instant replay. And yeah, he just dropped it, yo. He had I don't know if he had the alligator arms. I didn't know he was even a chest catcher. I thought he always caught the ball with his hands, but apparently he does not.
Mm,
Okay, because he let that one get all the way to his body and it popped up and almost ended up being an interception.
yeah.
I'm saying so between that, the first down, he had his hands up like this, and the ball slipped right through. You got those gloves on. How does the ball slip through your hands? You got them gloves on, the sticky gloves. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand that. But yeah, it was just the battle of turnovers. We had a turnover, they didn't. That was the key to the game right there.
Well, I mean, also, I mean, I remember because I didn't watch the second half because I think the game was delayed because of lightning or whatnot.
Yeah,
But in the
yeah,
first half, Dak was sharp. You guys, I was really surprised when I saw the statistics at the end. He had 188 yards, and I'm like, whoa! I felt like he had 188 yards in the first half. That means
yeah.
nothing really happened in the second half because I don't think either team scored in the second half.
No, they scored one field goal.
One field goal.
It
Okay.
was yeah, they scored one
Yeah.
field goal in second half.
There you go. Yeah. So it was just like that. That was kind of mind-boggling because this was a tight game in the first half. I mean, it was a tight
Hell
game at
yeah,
the end, but
21-20.
but
Yeah,
but they were going back and forth. They were going back and forth.
right. And that field goal was a 60-yard field goal.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't get close either. It was like uh you know what I'm saying? Once we got him contained because he just kept getting away.
Yep.
And my defensive ends, my edge rushers. They just they were in like a hypnotic loop where they
Mm,
just if they got stopped initially, they will always cut inside, and then he just run outside to a wide open. I'm like, where's the contain? And then I go back and look, and the edge rusher, he gets to the outside, he gets there, and then he can't get around the guy, so he slams inside. Well, Jalen, he can see you.
mm,
It's very easy for him to just step outside, and now he done help the blocker keep you inside, and then there's nobody out there to stop him. All the
right.
dang DBs are in coverage. And he just kept running and kept running and kept running, just kept getting away. And I was like, okay, are we gonna finally spy this guy? Are we just gonna spy him? And then but the second half, that's what happened though. They finally start containing him. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Because if you contain him, he'll try to escape up the middle. You can
Right.
track him
You
down though
got
when
more
you go out
help.
the middle.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can track him down when you're up the middle. But don't let him get to the side.
Right.
Don't let him get to the outside because the outside is where there's little deep, there's DBs, there's chasing receivers around, not even looking at him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was too much him on the ground. I mean, receiver wise, they didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really do much. He threw for 152 yards. You know what I'm saying? Mundane. You know what I'm saying? Their best receiver was Jahan Dotson
And it was on the long ball, on the
on the
deep ball.
long ball, right? And one of them, and his long catch was like a 41-yard catch
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
51-yard catch. You
I
know
think it
what
was
I'm
51. Yeah.
saying? Yeah, yeah. So it it was a tale of two halves. It really was. And even Barkley only averaged 3 yards a carry. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? That's the main thing we had to do. We had to slow him. That's the main thing we was worried about, him getting off. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And we was able to slow him down. He only had 60 yards. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just what we wanted right there. That's exactly what we wanted. So yeah,
Yeah.
we see on the next game. We got a bye week against the Giants this week, so we'll see what the
Well, we'll see what my pick is on that. But let's recap the week, man. Week
yeah,
one
yeah,
of the
yeah.
games. All right. So we already talked about the Eagles and Cowboys. The Eagles pulled off the win 24-20. This was the Thursday night game.
Mm.
It is what it is. I didn't think the Eagles were going to play as well once Jalen Carter got ejected from the game, but hey, they still held up. Well, actually, they didn't play well defensively in that first half. So
No, man, Dallas was going up and down the field too. Like both
yeah,
of them were going
both
up
of
and
them.
down the field.
Yep.
Like like literally only difference was is two of those drives, Dallas scored a field goal and they scored a touchdown.
And one of the drives was the fumble. Was the
And
fumble
one of the
by
drives
Mom.
was the fumble. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot about
yeah.
it.
The fumble. I thought the fumble was big. I thought that was big. Or the fact that he got ran down by a linebacker was big. I mean, because you guys could have blew this game wide open, but it,
Oh
it just
man,
didn't
we would
hold
have took the
up.
lead. If we scored a touchdown and we take the lead, we got a little bit more control back. Yeah, man, it'd have been different. It'd have been so much different.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
I can't believe he did that.
All right, let's look at the Friday game, the Friday night game. We had the Chargers as the home team against the Chiefs. I know I picked the Chiefs. You picked the Chargers. Chargers won this game 27-21.
Yep. What did a chills chick pick the Chiefs too, right?
Yeah, I think he picked the Chiefs too.
Oh,
Yeah.
you ain't take his joints down? You ain't take his
Yeah, no, I took him down. I'm looking for him now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he took the Chiefs.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. They were in Mexico City. Um and I just felt like the defense would be at an advantage when you talk about elevation. I just feel like
Mhm.
the defense is always at an advantage. It was a back and forth, but Herbert is just playing out of his mind. He
Right, he
was just playing
was.
out. He was efficient. He took off running when he needed to. He only had 9 incompletions the whole game.
He
You know what
was
I'm saying?
sharp. He was
He
sharp.
was very, very sharp. And I don't know if that's the coaching of hardball that's got him up there. We're gonna see, in the games to come. But if he played like that, he gonna be in the running for MVP.
He will be. And I think the fact would have taken the load off of him. Right? He doesn't have to work so hard. They're giving him a run game. He's got a good defense behind it. So
Yeah,
he doesn't have to work so hard. So I mean he
yeah,
was 25 of 34 for 318 yards, three touchdowns. So
yeah,
Herbert was on point.
yeah. But I mean, he didn't get a whole lot from the run game though. I mean, I know they got
Hmm.
they run. I mean, that's what hardball likes to do. But he
Right.
didn't get a whole lot from them. I mean, he got 48 yards from Hampton, and yeah, he put up 32 yards himself.
Itself, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Other than that, Najee Harris gave him five. You know what I'm saying? Gave him 5 yards.
So Chills and I went with the Chiefs. You went with the Chargers. You got the win on this one. Lucky you. We all went with the Eagles.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, so here's the Sunday games. We already talked about the Saints. Saints fell to the Cardinals. Cardinals was six. It was a 6.5 point favors on this. Road favors,
Yeah.
which is a
Yeah, it
lot of
started
points.
off. It started off at 8.5, but it went down to 6.5.
It did. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's an awful lot of points,
That
man.
is a lot. That is a lot
Yeah.
of points.
For a road team, especially a road team like the Cardinals. Like they're not the Chiefs. They're not the Ravens. They're not the Bills. You know what I mean? So I
I
felt a
mean, I
little
did.
disrespected.
I did say you should bump it up to 10, like bump it up to 9.5. You should probably bump it up to 9.5. But the Saints had to come spoil it with 2 minutes and 40 seconds and kick a field goal to make it down to 7.
Right,
It
right,
was
right,
up by
right.
10. I was like, oh man, they just messed my damn prediction up. They're turning up to 9.5, man.
uh, yeah, yeah, man. Hey, man, that was disrespectful. I didn't appreciate the Saints slander.
Look, and I said that you would score 12 points.
Look.
I said you would score 12 points. And you got 13, you know.
Yeah, got 13. So
You
look,
beat me. You beat
yeah,
me.
I mean, you wasn't too far off. All right. All right. So next we had the Falcons at home against the Bucks. This was a wild game, man. Wild game. Bucks end up winning this game 23-20.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
yeah,
Mm.
off of a big drive at the end by Baker Mayfield. I thought they were setting up for the field goal to tie it, and they went for the win on a post route to the
Yeah,
rookie.
man. Yeah,
Yeah, this
man.
the rookie Chills was talking about, man.
Yeah, Ibuka. Ibuka.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
It-
and and just so happens I traded for him the day before in my fantasy joint. I traded to get him. Yeah, dog. Ibuka's gonna be for real.
Yeah, he got you 2 touchdowns.
Got me 2 touchdowns in the victory. You know
Yep,
what I'm saying? Hey, Baker is getting, I mean, I'm getting used to seeing Baker do that. I mean, he did that a lot last year too.
he sure
There was
did.
several joints where he came down last two, took a last minute drive, took the team down there and won the game. I
He's
mean,
a gutsy little player. He's a gutsy player, man.
he's definitely a gutsy player, man. And I think once he gets comfortable, he's kind of like on autopilot. He doesn't have to think a whole lot. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right,
And
right.
he takes off when he's trying to take off. He runs when he needs to run. He's throwing that dart when he needs to throw. He got a pretty accurate arm. He throwing that ball right where he need to. Um, yeah, yeah. Baker
I'm,
Mayfield is he's a legitimate bona fide starting quarterback in it.
oh yeah,
And
absolutely. I mean, this is his third year in this Bucks offense, so he solidified himself as the guy here.
yeah, and I think the Bucks might have got him cheap. They got
Oh
him
yeah,
real cheap.
they did. Yeah, yeah.
They got him cheap, dog. Uh,
So
they're not paying him much at all
no, no, they got a good deal
compared
on
to.
him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay. So next we had the Browns. The Browns were at home against the Bengals. The Bengals won it by 1 point. I was really disappointed in the Bengals. I thought they were going to be high flying, man.
You're supposed to be. You played in the preseason and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was
Right,
saying. I'm like, oh, Joe Burrow said, we ain't doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? We gonna
right,
play in the preseason. We gonna be crisp. And then you come out here throw for 113 yards.
right. Got outplayed by Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco threw for 290.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe, old 40-year-old Joe still
Yo,
got it,
Joe.
man.
Yeah.
Yo, Joe. Yeah, he was still kind of flinging it around a little bit, threw the ball 45 times.
Right.
I mean, he averaged 40, I think almost 40 passes a game during that 7 game joint I was telling you about last time. We had 300 yards for 7 straight games. He was throwing for the 40 point. He was throwing it for 40 attempts a game.
Wow.
So
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
They could have easily lost that game. They could have easily lost that game. So easy.
But
But the Browns just kept making mistakes.
that's what I was going to say. It's the Browns being the Browns.
Yeah, the Browns just kept making mistakes and not capitalizing when the Bengals couldn't move the ball.
Hmm.
And the strange thing is that was I thought that was gonna be to their downfall because they don't have a defense. But instead of them really stopping Cleveland, Cleveland was stopping themselves, really.
Mm.
They really were stopping themselves. But I mean they squeak one out, but geez, you think one year they're not gonna start off slow. Just 1 year.
Talk about the Browns?
No, I'm talking about the
Oh, the
Bengals. They're gonna
Bengals. I'm
start
about
off
to
slow.
say.
They start slow
Oh yeah,
every
yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah. I was about to say the Bengals. I mean, the Browns have started slow the entire franchise. I mean, maybe when Bernie Kosar was that they didn't start slow, but
Yeah,
it's
man. They
been
they
starting
they're
slow for 50 years.
yeah, man. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, that was an interesting game. It was kind of boring, but hey, they pulled it out. I mean, I
Yep.
guess that's what's important. You get the
But
win.
let's get to this game. This is the game I want to talk about. Now, we'll go back to the Browns and real quick, going back to the Browns and the Bengals. We all went with the Bengals on this, so
Yeah.
we yeah, that was clear. All right, the Indianapolis Colts
Mm.
blow out the Dolphins. I mean, I think this game was 33-0 at one point.
Tua looked like manure. Tua manure. What were you doing? Yo, he just like he didn't know what he was doing. He just learned the playbook. I was like this. You've been with this your third year in this offense. Y'all
Hmm.
should be so high flying. You score 70 points against Denver
Right.
and all that. What? You come here with 8 against the Colts. You're not gonna tell me the Colts defense was that good. You're just
I
not going
I was struggling to believe it too.
to.
So obviously Chills knew something because Chills went with the Colts on this.
Yeah, man.
And you and I both went with the Dolphins, and the Colts dominated. I mean, the Colts going to be the surprise team of the year with Daniel Jones?
From beginning to the end. I think you pick them to win the division? No, you picked the Jaguars to win the division.
Yeah, but I think I picked the Colts to be second in the division.
Yeah, I think you picked them to be second in the division.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I don't know what to say. We're gonna see because you know what? Danny Dimes or Indiana Jones, however you want to call him. He's done this before. It ain't like he's not looked good ever in the Giants. It's not like he's never looked good. He had little flashes. He just wasn't consistent.
He took
And,
the Giants to the playoffs.
and right, that's what I'm saying. He just will also look on the other side of the spectrum like he ain't no business being an NFL
Right,
quarterback sometimes, with all the turnovers. So
right.
we'll see if he can maintain that. He played an excellent game this time. I mean, they look like they got a steal right now.
Yeah,
22,
yeah,
22 and 29 for 272 and a touchdown.
yeah. I
Seven
mean, only
incompletion.
seven incompletions look a whole lot better than Richardson.
Yeah,
Whole
man.
lot better. So
Whole lot better.
this coaching staff deserves a lot of credit for making this decision. A lot of us were questioning them. But hey, we can still question them on taking Richardson with like what was the fifth overall pick, whatever pick it
Yeah.
was. It was
You still
ridiculous.
question him on that in the first place. He was going to be a project from the very beginning. Everybody
Yes,
knew he was a project.
yeah,
You knew it.
that was not a smart thing.
Right. But
Um,
you want to go with the combine numbers. He could jump 80 feet and all that.
right,
you
right. I
know.
mean, this he was struggling to throw for 50% of his passes, so it just was not. He's not a quarterback. I mean, I'm gonna just
Yeah.
call it out. This one you can see, not a quarterback.
But what's up with Tua though, man? Tua look awful. He looked absolutely awful, man. He had, I mean, they already say that he had a kind of noodle arm. They already said that's already a thing going on about him. But you could see that there was no velocity on the ball. And then they tried to revert to doing smoke screens and throwing bubble screens and stuff like that. And they were just looking horrible. It's just what happened to the coaches, the nerd offense that he had, the little nerdy guy, the nerd offense he had.
I'm beginning to think that there's some turmoil in that locker room. I
I
know we
would
talked
imagine.
about this last week when we were going over the games when we were making our predictions. And we talked about that with Tyreek Hill. Right now, Tyreek Hill is being accused of domestic violence. And there might be some turmoil. And remember when he talked about leaving the team. So there could be some turmoil. And he's the linchpin of
Yeah,
that offense. What held him in that offense, being happy, being a focal point, that offense is nothing.
yeah. I mean, he only had 40 yards, 4 receptions, 40 yards. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not a Tyreek Hill game. There's no explosion, and I try to take advantage of it. And I'm still gonna keep. I'm gonna keep doing it till he gets it because he's gonna have 100 yards and a touchdown. I mean, he's Tyreek Hill. He got to. So I'm gonna keep playing it until I hit it. But I tried to play the 100 yards and a touchdown prop. He wasn't even close.
Yeah.
He
Well, I
wasn't
mean,
even close.
maybe he's beyond that MVP type season that he had 3 years ago when he should have been the MVP, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, what he had like 1,800 yards that year, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, he was on pace for 2,000 yards.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I think he ended up with like 1,800, and
right.
that's what being hurt too, like
Yep.
a game or two.
Yep. Yep. He missed like two games. He would have hit that 2,000 if he didn't get hurt.
I think he would have too.
Yeah. All
Hmm.
right. Next, we have the Patriots at home against the Raiders. I know I went with the Patriots. Well, we all went with the Patriots on here, and Gino and the Raiders got the win. Gino fooled us again, threw for 362 yards and a tutty. You know, it, what can I say, man? Gino, give the
I
man credit.
don't know. Gino came out of nowhere. Um, I just thought the Patriots defense was gonna play better than that.
Me too.
I just thought they would play better.
What they
I
did
was
shut
seeing
down
wide
Alvin.
open players. Like I was seeing wide open players like going through their defense.
But they
Yep.
played well against the run. Genty only had 38 yards on 19 carries. They
Wow.
were
Was it two
all
yards
over
a
him.
carry? 2 yards a carry? Jeez.
Yeah, they were on him.
Yeah.
Like, kid, you're not going anywhere.
Right.
So,
Um, yeah, man. I just don't understand that game. Like I said, Gino's another one that we'll see. We'll see what the
mhm,
consistency look like. But I mean, he played a good game, especially on the road, especially at 1 o'clock. Team came over at 1 o'clock, handled business. Um, yeah, yeah, that was a pretty impressive win. I mean, Pete Carroll come in and do his thing. Maybe he got
mhm.
to.
Yeah, yeah, he got the guy he wanted.
Yeah, yeah, traded for the guy he wanted. I mean, got the guy he wanted from his old team. So yeah, maybe that's what
Hmm
the case. We're going to have to watch them and see if he turned them into the Las Vegas Seahawks.
The Las Vegas Seahawks. Might be. All right, all right.
Yeah,
The next one was a shootout. Yeah, the Jets at home against the Steelers, the revenge game.
man, such a surprise. This game
Yep.
was going down like so much money went on the under for this game.
hmm
It was supposed to be
hmm
raining for number one. Number two, um, it was just supposed to be a low scoring, run it out, grind it out type of game. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? And somehow this joint just turned into I think they're the second highest score on the team on the week, right? No, maybe
The
now
the
after last
Steelers scored like 17 in the fourth quarter.
right.
So yeah, I was really impressed with Fields on how he performed with the Jets. I was impressed with the Jets. I kind of expected this from the Steelers. I thought the Steelers were going to play well from start to finish, but I was really surprised on how well the Jets had played and how well the Jets had controlled this game. It was a bit of a shootout, but I thought the Jets were in control and they kind of let it slip away from them.
Yeah, I mean they were in control of this game to the very end. And Pittsburgh came back, caught a little lead, and they switched back, and then they got a lead back.
Yep.
Um it just was it is. It was a close game, 2-point game. I mean, it literally could have went either way, but I think Boswell kicked the 60-yarder. All these field goal kickers just kicking these crazy amount of length kicks now, man. Like it's nothing.
It, I,
Kick the
it's
60.
scary. It's scary because I mean, because like there was a field goal that was a 70-yarder during preseason.
Hmm.
And they have already, like, if you kick it into the end zone, the offense gets the ball at the 35-yard line now.
Right.
So if they're kicking 70-yard field goals now, you ain't got to go too far to kick a 70-yard if you get the ball from the starting at the 35-yard line. So
Yeah.
the
Yeah. You don't
NFL is
got
going to have to
far.
start reconsidering this stuff and putting it back at the 20.
Yeah, man. You don't got far at all. If it's if you kick it, like I said, 60-yarder, 65-yarder, 62 yarder, you ain't got far to go.
No, no.
Right over the line, you good.
Yeah, right. I don't even think you have to go over the 50-yard line.
At,
Because
at the 50, it will be a 67-yard
67
field.
yard field goal. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they're kicking 65 and 67, that's nothing. Just get to the 50.
That's that's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
That's
insane.
crazy to be talking about that.
Yeah. So now if you get what is it, the 47-yard line, that's a 70-yard field goal. Get to your own 47, you can kick a 70-yard field goal. So
That's
I don't
crazy.
know. The league it's getting crazy, but hey, you know what? They want more points, so there you go. But hell, they're not even kicking the field
Nobody
goals.
get it.
They're going for it anyway. So it doesn't
Yeah,
even
that's
matter.
true. That's true. They're doing that instead of kicking the field goal anyway. So
That's right.
yeah, because
All
every
right.
time they don't even show. Whatever happened to the little thing? Speaking of when you go for it, they said it was supposed to be this thing where it was supposed to be computerized or something, like the first downs. They're supposed
Right.
to be having this thing, this new system or something like that to show the first down electronically.
Well,
They,
it was
they're not
saying
doing that.
basically they didn't need a chain gain anymore. They was going to have a kind of like how on Madden football,
Right.
the computer would know when the first down, but they were using that during preseason. But apparently, I guess I don't have to look it up, but they're not using it during the regular season right now. Maybe that's something that's coming in the future.
Yeah, they just stopped. Like it's nothing. Like it
Yeah. Yeah.
was kind of shocking.
All right. Well, you went with the Jets. Chills and I went with the Steelers, and we get the win on this one.
Yeah, I mean it's close though. It was so close. And then Ramsey came and saved the day too.
Yeah,
Because
with the big hit.
if he got that first down, that thing would be wide open.
Hmm.
Plus, he needs like another 15 yards, and they kick a field goal.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah, so yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy ending to that game. What a game!
Yep. All right, let's move on. We got the Commanders at home against the Giants. Commanders won this game 21-6. You and I went with the Commanders. Chills went with the Giants, which I thought was nuts. Commanders dominated this game 21-6.
Yeah, Russ wasn't cooking. Russ was
Nope.
not cooking. He just looked inept, man. He looked like he didn't quite understand where he's supposed to go with the ball all the time. Uh, kept trying to escape out the back of the pocket every time. It was Russ like when he first went to Denver. He was looking like
Hmm.
that again. So I know Jackson Dart's about to be out there probably. Russ had one more game like that. One more game like that.
Look, look,
He gonna
look,
be out of
look. When are we gonna call out this Giants coaching staff? When
there.
we gonna call about? You blame Saquon. Saquon's gone. He wins the Super Bowl in Philadelphia. You blame Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones now in Indianapolis had a marvelous game against the Dolphins.
Right.
Now Russ, Super Bowl champion quarterback. Yeah, he had his troubles in Denver, but they had a pretty good record with him in Denver, right? They won some big games. He shows up and doesn't look good at all in the Giants offense. So we got to question
Right.
the Giants coaching staff on this one.
Um. Yeah, they do. They really do. Um. I know. You had this thing where you want the you want to put the veteran in. You want to put the veteran quarterback in because you trust him more. But come on, yeah, come on.
Well, yeah,
The-
they're not going to win many games this season. So let the rookie get out there, get some experience, get used to the
yeah,
speed of the game, and start building towards the future. Because it's likely this coaching staff won't be there in the future.
right, right. Yeah, just not looking good. Not looking good at
No,
all.
no. So,
No bueno.
okay. All right. Next, we had the Jaguars at home against the Panthers. We all went with the Jaguars. Jaguars won this game pretty easily, 26-10. They were up 20-3 at halftime. Um,
Yeah.
I, I feel sorry for the Panthers and Bryce Young, but it's just not happening with the Panthers. I'm not impressed with this team.
Yeah, I mean, well, when you look at their roster, it doesn't inspire you to think. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they got some talent. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But it's just not. It's not. The roster is not good enough to make you say this is a winning team.
Hmm.
Make you just know that this is a winning team. It's just not good enough for that. They're not good enough.
No, no, and look, to be a number one overall pick, I
Mm.
like I said, nothing against Bryce Young, but he's not a special talent.
It
He's not a
does look
special.
right now for sure.
No, he cannot carry this team, and that's the problem of it. He's a number one overall pick. He's expected to do great things, and that's just tough. I mean, this kid was 18 to 35 for 154 yards, one touchdown and two interceptions.
Mm.
That's not good.
That's not good at all.
Yeah, that's gonna be
That's
tough.
not a good. And the name of the game is scoring touchdowns, and you don't score any touchdowns.
Yeah, well, he got one. He got one.
Yeah, one at the end, one at
Yeah,
the very
one and
end.
then.
He scored that one touchdown toward the end. But you know what? I used to seeing that thing like before. He was doing that. He was scoring, touchdowns at the end of the game. It'd be like the last drive,
Right.
and
Where the
Thielen
defense is
coming up
backing
with the
off.
yeah, what I'm saying, defense backing off, and here he comes with the miracle touchdown at the end.
Right.
You know, um,
Yeah.
yeah, this is just not a good look.
No, not a good look. It's gonna be rough for the Panthers this year. Hell, we might get two wins out of them this year.
Yeah.
Those Saints. All right. Next we had the Broncos at home against the Titans. And speaking of number one overall picks, Titans quarterback makes his debut for the Titans. Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. Cam Ward was not bad. Broncos won this game 20 to 12. We all went with the Broncos on it, but not bad by Cam Ward. I thought his receivers had the dropsies.
His receivers had it was a little bit of both, but
Mm,
I'm gonna chalk it up a little bit to nerves. I mean, he was on the road, mile high, first game,
yep,
your
yep.
rookie. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
tough.
That's a tough look to go to. Your first game. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Similar to JJ McCarthy.
Right.
Him going there doing this thing in Chicago. But I think that the game was closer than it should have been
Hmm.
because Bo Nix just I mean he was just looking like a ball of regression.
Hmm.
Bo Nix was looking like he was not the Bo Nix that we saw in the last year at
Right.
all. At all. I mean, he was going several times without making a completion. Um, yeah, it just wasn't the Bo Nix I was expecting to see come out
Right.
this year.
Right.
You
He
know
had
what
the
I'm
two
saying?
interceptions.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Wasn't a strong performance by Bull Nix.
Uh-uh. Not
Yeah,
good at
he,
all.
he had a fumble. You know, it looked the game looked like a game with two young quarterbacks. One quarterback in his second year, the other one making his first start.
Yeah.
So I wasn't, coming out of college, I wasn't a huge fan of Cam Ward. But and in
Me neither.
his performance in this game wasn't spectacular either. It wasn't like when he was 12 for 28 for 112 yards. That's not impressive at all. But
Yeah, he's not even
watching the game,
50% passing.
yeah. But there, not even 50% passing. But watching the game, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Put it that
Mm-mm.
way.
Yeah, that's about how I rated it. It was okay. It was just okay. It was like he wasn't super terrible, but it just wasn't good. Like I didn't at no point did I really think that they were gonna win the game. I
Right.
mean, there was some that was kind of in danger, but it was mostly because Bo Nix was just looking so bad.
I know. Right. And like
Just looking bad,
the
man.
Broncos should have won this game by 30 if Bo Nix was played better.
Right. Easy.
Yeah. So,
We'll see if Sean Payton can fix it. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Because I don't really know how good the Tennessee Titans defense got. Maybe their defense got real good. I don't know. They were looking like they were where they needed to be. They were hitting hard. They were aggressive. Um,
But
yeah.
we seen this out of Bo Nix last year at the beginning of the last year. So he
Yep.
was shaky at the beginning of the year last year. Some kind of way Sean Payton was able to maintain until Bo Nix was able to figure it
Yeah.
out. Because even the game against the Saints last year, the Broncos won like 33 to 10 or something like that. I thought it could have been 53 to 10 if Bo Nix had played better.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, all right. The next one was the Seahawks at home against the 49ers. We all went with the 49ers on this. The 49ers won on the road 17-13 over the Seahawks. Still wasn't impressed with the 49ers, though. The 49ers only got 17 points out of this. And kind of, they were losing this game at halftime 10 to 7. So
Yeah, man.
I was kind of disappointed.
And really are leaving this game limping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people hurt.
Yeah.
Kittle got hurt again. He came back out in regular clothes, street clothes.
Yeah.
Go figure. They already had an issue with Ayuk up out of there, and then Jennings got nicked up again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. Like they're gonna be regressing right back to last year if they can't
Yeah.
get the thing settled.
Yeah. Because Kittle's on IR now.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
he's
he's
out
on
at least
IR.
he's on IR. He's out at least four
Wow.
games. So
Wow.
so there is a chance. We play the
Wow.
49ers next week in New Orleans. No Kittles, so there's a chance. Yeah, we'll see. But
Small
anyway,
chance.
I'll think about it. All right. Next, Packers at home against the Lions. This game was not close as the score may indicate 27-13. I felt like the Packers dominated this game from start to finish. Your boy Michael Parsons got his first sack as a Packer. It
Yeah.
seemed to be a big deal for the Packers.
Yeah, let's see if he can play 29 snaps for 47 million a year again, so it could be nice and fresh all the time. You know, um, yeah, he ran down Jared Goff. You know what I'm saying? Hella athletic play, but I mean, it's Jared Goff. It ain't like he ran down Lamar.
Right.
Um, um, yeah,
Like,
they dominated, man. Like you said, I mean, it might be the factor you were saying about their offense coordinator gone. Maybe that's what it is. But they were looking bad on offense, like very bad. They couldn't move the ball. Uh, yeah, they just weren't moving the ball consistently like they were, like you used to that off seeing that offense do.
right, right. Well, they lost their offensive coordinator. So that the
Yeah.
man behind that offense is now in Chicago, with a quarterback that doesn't function well in that offense. But needless, the guy that that ran that offense in Detroit is now gone. That's I always say that's the bad thing about, Campbell being the head coach. He doesn't run it. He's not a coordinator.
Right.
He doesn't run the offense. He doesn't run the defense. So he's always going to be losing the masterminds behind his offense and defense. I mean, you can only get by with emotions and pumping people up and running through a wall and all of that nonsense. But
Hmm.
scheme, you're going to need a scheme over team. You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
that
No doubt.
that he doesn't have a scheme anymore. All right, next we had the Rams at home against the Texans. Rams pulled out the win 14-9. I was actually expecting the Texans to win. Chills and I both went with the Texans, and you went with the Rams, and the Rams got the win.
Yeah, man. Tough, gritty game too.
Yeah, yeah.
Tough, gritty game. They was hitting hard. You know what I'm saying? Some hard hits. They were tearing Puka Nakua up. Oh my God! But he showed you how tough he was because he came back. He was bleeding, head was bleeding, and he patched it up and came back to play.
Came back had 10
Yeah,
receptions for 130 yards. So
yeah, man. Yeah, he came back, and yeah, what can I say? He showed his toughness, man. He showed his toughness for sure.
he definitely
Um,
did.
they seem like they struggled to get Devontae Adams involved in the game, though. It just seemed like they were struggling to get him involved. Um,
Right.
but
It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time.
right, but on the other side, Houston, this was supposed to be a big defensive challenge for them. This was not supposed to be that big of a defensive challenge, and they struggled to move the ball as well.
Yeah, they did. They did. The Texans had a lead at halftime. They were up 9-7 going to the
Yeah.
half, but didn't score again in the second half.
Hmm.
So this was my concern with the Texans going into the season. That a lot more tape on CJ Stroud now. A lot more tape. And then they're kind of weak in the receiver position. So he has his guys, he has his main guys, but they were really strong with receivers last season. I think they lost some players.
Hmm.
So,
I mean, yeah. I forgot, and I forgot they got Nick Chubb too. I
oh,
forgot.
the Texans have Nick Chubb.
Yeah, they have Nick Chubb.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but I mean, with Nick Chubb after 3 knee surgeries.
Yeah, I mean, he got him 4.6 yards to carry. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
he was
okay.
he put in some work. He put in some work for real, but I they just weren't getting it together. There was no consistent drives. There was no consistent
Right.
moving the ball. So we'll see how if they get it together. But right now they're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. Hopefully they'll figure it out. They still got time.
They still
Um,
got them.
yeah. All right, let's get to this game. Let's get to it, man.
Mhm.
Bills at home. The Sunday night game. Bills at home against the Ravens. What the hell happened with the Ravens? I went to sleep. I looked at the score. I'm going to bed. This game's over. I think it was 32-15 or something like that.
Yeah, dog. And he don't need to have another guy to have his number. You know what I'm saying? He don't need that because it looked like the same thing happened last year too. Wasn't they up last year on the Bills and the Bills came back and
And
won that
came
game?
back. Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
they missed the joint to take the go ahead.
The 2 point conversion. Yeah,
Yeah, 2 point conversion. But you know what? Look, the Ravens had their chances.
they
You had
did.
3 chances. You had one time where you went 3 and out. Then the next time you tried to run the clock out, Henry fumbled. And then the next time you went 3 and out again.
Yeah.
You know? Just get one of them first downs. Just get one of those first downs. You probably run the clock out,
Right. Get
but
one
you
of those
can't.
first downs or get a defense.
Or get a
Close
defense.
people out.
And that's what I'm about to say. That was the three on offense. Then you had to stop them three times. I think they scored
Mm-hmm.
three touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
They scored 22 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, they got a 2 point conversion too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was an awful way to lose. I know the Ravens fans
Oh, they sick.
gotta be sick. They gotta be sick, yo. To
Oh,
lose
heartbreak
like
after
that,
heartbreak.
when you probably was celebrating the mud like a mug, how much you was dominating Baltimore, I mean Buffalo, and you got your revenge from last year, you know, and then Josh Allen just come and say, "Nah, I'm the MVP. Let me show you.
Yeah,
Let me
he
show
sure
you
did.
something." You
He
know,
sure did.
and he was putting that joint on the money. He was
Yeah.
putting that where it needed to be. He was running when he needed to. Uh, um, Shout out to my man D Hopkins though. That one-handed
Mm.
catch,
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Dude
Yeah,
was
that was
grabbing
crazy.
his arm. The reason why he didn't catch it with two hands is because he
Because
couldn't.
he was held.
Dude was holding his hand while he's walking him down the field, like holding his hand like they were skipping.
Right.
You know, um, it yeah, that was just and that catch was wasted. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, that was just an amazing game, amazing comeback. I lost sleep of it. I was so tired the next day at work.
I saw the score. I went back to sleep. I was like, well, this game over.
I thought it was over, and then I saw it got close, and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, maybe they can." And then it got closer. I said, "Uh-oh, this might be that game." So I ended
Well,
up watching it.
like I said, I saw the score, went back to sleep. I woke up the next day, looked at the score, and I saw 41-40. I was like, wow, the Bills made a game of this. And then I looked closer and I said, wait a minute, the Bills won this game? It's like, that's crazy. I just couldn't believe my own eyes when I saw this.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah.
no, good game. Way to start week one, with a game like this. Um, and way to suck it up with a game like the Bears and the Vikings. Caleb
Well,
Williams
it
missing
was
wide
sucky.
open, missing wide open receivers. Like, oh my God, Caleb, come on.
Yeah. Uh, it was a tale of two games.
Yeah,
First, McCarthy was looking like, oh boy, he not good. Why y'all spending top 10 pick on him?
right.
And Caleb was looking good the first like two drive.
Yeah, the first two drives, Caleb was looking good, especially that first drive.
Yeah, he was getting the ball out of his hand. He ran a couple times when he needed to, got out of bounds, got there. He was doing what he needed to do. Then second half, he's running, scrambling to the sideline, and he's gonna, I guess, throw the ball away. But he takes a step too far and his foot goes out of bounds. Who does that?
He was doing too much. It was even a play where he was scrambling to the left, and I think he lost his footing. He wasn't touched. So Caleb, you could have fell down and just got back up and continue running or throwing it. But instead, he starts to stumble, and instead he tries to throw the ball out of bounds, but he throws it too short
Oh,
and got
yeah.
an intentional grounding and lost 15
I
yards
remember
and
that
lost a
play.
field goal.
Yeah, I remember that play.
It's like,
I
oh my
remember that
God,
play. I
just
was like,
fall down and get up.
exactly. I was like, take the sack. What are you doing?
It
You
wasn't even a sack. He wasn't
right,
touched.
right, right.
He could have just
But
got
he was,
up.
but once he went down, they were in pursuit. He wasn't going to get away. Like once he went down, he was going to get tackled.
You think
But
so?
yeah, he was gonna get tackled. He was gonna get tackled because he would have to regather, get up. You know what I'm saying? By the time he did all that, the people who was chasing him would have got him. But
Okay.
you can't just try to toss that away right there. I mean, do you remember the same the guy did that from the Tennessee Titans?
Yeah.
That same thing to them last year, and them throwing a pick six, like the dude was standing right there,
Yeah.
or the
But
ball
I,
went the other way.
but I've seen Tom Brady fall flat on his butt. Nobody touched him. He just threw it completely out of bounds. And that's all I'm saying. Caleb could have rolled, could have fell on the ground, rolled around on his butt, and just throw it out of bounds. Instead, he's stumbling, bumbling,
Yeah.
and tries to throw it and he throws it too short and you lose 15 yards. That's killer. I commend Ben Johnson because I thought Ben Johnson gave him every opportunity to succeed. Gave him wide open receivers and he missed them.
Yeah. It was a tale of two halves, man. He was holding on to the ball, seeming unsure himself. JJ McCarthy gaining confidence.
Yep.
Start throwing strikes. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Left and right, just throwing strikes all over the place. He started running, getting away when he needed to.
Right. Right.
Um, yeah, that was just a crazy game. I didn't think that Minnesota would have any touchdowns. I thought they was gonna come through that game with no touchdowns.
It was looking that way. And I'm
Yeah.
starting to regret my pick of Justin Jefferson because he doesn't have that much of a quarterback to throw him the ball.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, let's wrap this thing up, man. Thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Holla.